Hi guys, this is Grace. Welcome to process video number 57. This is, I believe, my 8th layout with my homemade kit, and this is going to be of my birthday in 2002. Um, I am starting off with a gray cardstock that I would like to be matted onto a pattern paper, and I decided I would go with that pink one just because you're going to see me a little later working with some pattern paper strips, and I didn't want to have too much kind of confusion with the colors that I'm using, so I just stuck with a pink background. And besides, it's all going to show, it's only going to show about a quarter inch on all sides anyways, so um, pink was one that worked the best. I'm going to be using a lot of pictures. I think there's at least, I want to say, at least 8 pictures in here, and these are all printed 2x3s so that I can stick them all in one page. Let's count. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10. There's actually 10 pictures here. Can you believe that? So this is pictures of my birthday. I took my kids and I to Denver, and we just walked around one of our favorite malls and kind of sightsee, window shopping, and then I took them to Krispy Kreme, which is another layout that I didn't include here, and I posted the video already, so you've seen that one. And then in the afternoon I went shopping for clothes, and then for dinner we went to a Chinese restaurant for buffet. So yeah, that was my 32nd birthday, so that was fun. Here I am, like I said before, this is my 9th layout with this kit, and so I don't have a ton of whole sheets of paper anymore, and I really wanted to use up a lot more color, especially because my background was gray, so I needed a little bit more pop in there. So I decided I'm going to cut some strips of the pattern paper that's left into 1/2 inch strips, and then I'm going to add them into this block of paper just to have a base where I can adhere them to. And then I'm going to be I'm going to cut a circle out of it, and then use that as a background for the die cut, for my title die cut. And then I'm going to cut up 2 more just to fill on the spaces of the picture block that is empty. These papers are from different manufacturers, and I will link up to the share of what I had put in my homemade kit so that you can see all the other papers that I have in this kit. And also, I've announced it before, I'm going to do a Killer Kit video when I'm done with all of the pages that I made with this kit, just to show you all the stuff that I've done. I've never really done a Killer Kit video because I've never really finished a kit before, so I'm kind of excited to show you what I've done. So here's the die cut title. I just got that off of Silhouette. It's a free cut, so I always love the free cuts. Anyway, so I cut that out a long time ago, and I want that to be my title, and I wanted the the back side to be the pattern paper, but I didn't want, because as you notice when I put that die cut right on top of the pattern paper, that you don't really see the words because of the busyness of the paper on the back. So I'm going to cut a vellum that's about the same size as what I'm going to be cutting. Oh, you probably is asking, what is that? The paper that had those glasses. I needed to test the size of my cut before I actually cut it, so that I don't make a mess. Since I've gone through all the trouble of doing the cuts of the strips, I didn't want to accidentally cut it too small or too big is not a big problem, but too small, I didn't want that problem. So I just grabbed one of the papers and just kind of tested on there, and it worked. It fit perfectly with the circle of the die cut. And then here I am. I'm going to be adding some liquid glue with Tumbo liquid adhesive, and I'm going to be adding the die cut onto the vellum, and I'm going to do a little bit of a shaker card type thing where I'm going to be adding some little bits of sequins in the center of between the vellum and the strips of paper, and then I'm going to be adhering that with some foam adhesive onto my page. So just gonna give you a heads up that I think this video is gonna cut out before I do my final touches on my layout, and I will kind of let you know what those are when we get to the end and I show you the close-up pictures of the layout. So there's my little shaker title accent, which I was super excited about and happy that it turned out like what I wanted it to be. And then I'm just measuring the spaces between the pictures, and I'm going to cut out some more of those strips and use that there. And I'm going to be adding some accents over it, but like with the title, if you put the accents directly on it, then it just doesn't show very well because of the busyness of the pattern. And so I'm going to be adding another piece of vellum over them. So there's my page. It's coming along. I'm going to add a strip of orange onto the left side of my page. And I'm going to do that because I'm going to add some orange accents on the right side of the page as well. And I just felt like it needed a border there. It probably would be okay without it, but I just thought, you know, just looking at it, just needed a little strip of border there. So here is my journaling block from EK Success. I'm trying to think which brand it is. And like I said, I just punched 2 vellum pieces on there, and then I'm going to add that to those paper strips. And here I'm trying to find a use for these Doodlebug pixie sticks. I'm not really, like, I've had that for a while, and I'm always at a loss to what to use it for. And here I'm going to use it as a banner. I initially wanted it to be the banners, or the handles of the banners to be really long, but it's not going to work out. And so I'm going to eventually just cut those sticks shorter, just so it'll fit my layout. And there's my homemade banner number 1. Basically, I just cut up a strip of pattern paper. I think that was 1 1/4, and then the pink one was 1 inch, or maybe no, this one is an inch thick, and then the pink one was 3/4 of an inch. And then I just added some adhesive on the back of them and put my pixie stick on there, and then fold it in half, and then add my notches. So there's my banners right there. Woohoo! And that one on the top, I'm eventually going to move it just a little bit over, right next to where the strip of pattern paper block is. And I really enjoyed making these flags, so I might end up making a lot more, and just make it ready so that when I want to use them on layouts, or I can actually add them to my pocket letters as well. So here I am cutting them up and trimming them down, and I'm going to add some twine. These are just, I think they're gray, that's what they call gray twine from Doodlebug. Just adding that there so I can make sure that those two are together. And then the bottom one, I'm going to put that close to, I'm eventually going to put that close to the pictures. I was going to put that on the far right, but like right there, but then I decided that it's best on the other side. So here's the finished page. I added stickers, some brads, some rhinestones. I'm sorry it didn't catch with all the video. And here is my journaling. I just ripped a strip of washi tape and put that on there so that it'll have lines. And I also added some chipboard and some thickers for my date. And thank you for watching, and I will see you when I see you. Bye, guys.